What is going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning into the Move OTX channel here today, guys. Hope you all are having a great holiday 2023 season. I know I sure am. Summer and fall just blew by in the blink of an eye, literally, with me. And I suddenly find myself here in the holiday season. I know it doesn't really look like it, but this is the holiday season in the Bay Area. This is what it looks like. Blue skies, scattered clouds, warm weather. Now I know I've got my beanie on, but I'm probably going to overheat very shortly here. So mid 60s Fahrenheit during the day, upper 40s, low 50s at night is very typical. And taking you guys out here on the kite field hike at Shoreline Amphitheater and Shoreline Golf Links Park. I've taken you guys out here before, so what I want to do here today is attempt the trail hike along the water's edge during hunting season. So I believe this time of year is the hunting season for a certain breed of duck, which is very prevalent in this part of the Bay Area. And I'm not sure if I can actually enter this area of the trail. So we're going to head on out this way, and we're not there yet, but as we get closer, I'll re-engage you guys on the camera. So right now, this is basically the kite field area, which is essentially the overflow parking for Shoreline Amphitheater, and not a whole lot of kite activities yet. Usually the afternoon, this place gets much more crowded when the afternoon winds pick up off the bay. So the cool thing about this hike is it's super easy, it's super flat, it's not really high adventure, it's high relaxation, I think. So if you're recovering from injury or an illness, or you're less able-bodied, total bookmark this hike. The parking lot that I parked at, you just simply take 101 to Shoreline Amphitheater, to Shoreline Boulevard, I should say. Take Shoreline Boulevard, east of 101, past the Google campus and past the movie theaters, and it's free vehicle parking. So you can park there at the kite field area. You can also park farther in towards the golf course. Michael's restaurant is in there as well. Total free vehicle day parking, not overnight, day parking. Alrighty guys, so we're making our way to the trailhead, and we've got to cross a couple of bridges, this one and the next bridge over that way, and the trail is right along that way, right along the water's edge. And I'm already seeing a couple hunting vehicles out there already, and we'll see. I imagine they would not be too keen on some guy running around with a camera filming them, so I'll have to be discreet about this. So this is a new section of trail that they just repaved and reopened maybe a couple of months ago, and they haven't even paint marked the center lane on it yet, so this will not cross over. So that footpath over there is the trail we want, so we have to come across this way, across the second bridge to do that. So we're making our way across this second bridge, and as you can see, the tide is very low and going out and lowering as we speak. So that doesn't usually bode well for bird watching, or as well for bird watching, which is what I like to do. And we're coming up here on the backside of Moffett Airfield. This is kind of their junk lot, I think, for lack of a better term. And last year this was all full of water. Now it's half and half, basically. So we'll keep going. I've taken you guys out here before. A couple of years ago, I think, actually. So alrighty guys, making our way So that's the end of Moffett Airfield. I can hear some planes, some prop planes. Maybe a C-130 taxiing, getting ready to take off. Maybe. I don't know. C-130s don't usually fly out on Sundays, but it can happen. I saw a C-17 once recently. Oh, maybe 3 weeks ago on a Sunday afternoon. So, we're coming up here on the start of the rifle range area. You can see all these vehicles here. These are hunters' vehicles parked along this stretch. I'm not sure if I'm allowed out here since I'm not licensed or I'm not a hunter. I think I am. I normally would be. So we'll see. I may have to pause the camera here and bring you guys back out as I go, but we shall see. Alrighty, so here we go. Been out here before many times on a bike, on a hike, and I don't see any rangers or anything deterring people, so there are no birds out here, that's for sure. Not sure what people would be hunting at this point, but again, I think it's duck season, but I don't know. So there's another vehicle parking area farther down this way by a little palm tree. I know, a strange place for a palm tree, but oh well. So we'll just keep going here. I'm going to take this out as far as I can. You can actually hike this trail out onto the end of Stevens Creek, which is to my left. Again, it's a low tide, so the creek is flowing out. So I'm not sure how impressive the creek actually will be today. So I can see some hunters rowboating on out there right now, off in the distance there. So I just heard 2 shotgun blasts from somewhere out there, farther out in the water, probably from a hunter out on a boat. And to be quite honest, this is about as comfortable as I feel going down this trek. So this trail goes all the way down to the end of Stevens Creek, and it's a great hike, spectacular hike, but for obvious reasons, I don't want to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I have no clue what the etiquette is out here, so I'm going to play it safe. I think what I will do, though, is see that trail out that way where the cyclists are going and the joggers are. I'm definitely going to take you guys out along that way, and we can casually observe the activities from there for sure. So let's go do that. Let's double back here. So that's about, again, that's as far as I want to go out this way. And I don't think it's very wise to proceed without first knowing what the hell I'm getting into. And you can hear that. You can hear the gunshots from down that way. So we can go out along this trail here and take things that way instead. Alrighty guys, so we're back here at the main trail junction, and this looks like a boat launch right here. So feel much safer over here on this part of the trail. Waterfowl hunting begins October through January, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So there's part of the answer to my question. But there's no hunting in certain regions. In fact, you can see that very clearly. All the ducks have learned to congregate over here on this body of water, and this body of water, just the pelicans. It's one of my favorite things to do is come out here and bird watch the pelicans and all the wildlife that's out here. Absolutely stunning. So farther along that other trail, as you go farther out towards the end of Stevens Creek, there's a little island out there that gets densely inhabited by a type of tern, T-E-R-N. A tern is kind of a generic, I guess, species of water bird. I believe they're migratory, But there's an island out there where they nurse at, and they get very extremely aggressive certain times of year, I think in the spring, April and May. And if you go out there and do that hike, they will swarm and attack you. They screech at you, they swarm and attack. I don't know if they can actually hurt me. I don't believe that they actually could, at least not seriously, but it's pretty threatening. So it's not a pleasant place to be. So I try to do that long trail away from those spring, early summer months. Alrighty, so I stand corrected. There are quite a few ducks out here. At least I think those are ducks. Whether or not they are the variety and the breed that are allowed to be hunted, I don't know. But we'll make our way. But clearly there are, well, no, I shouldn't say that. Clearly, yeah, you know what? Clearly there are more birds out on this water body, which is not allowed to be hunted, compared to this side. Oh, there's a shotgun blast. Don't know if you guys heard that. I can't tell where it's coming from, to be quite honest, but it's out there on the water. Alrighty, so out there, straight out ahead, tip of my finger, is a little hunting shed, shack, outhouse, whatever you want to call it. And I can see a hunter poking his head up periodically to take a shot. And yeah, that's where those shotgun blasts are coming from. I'm not sure if you guys could see that earlier, but I found the source for sure. And there's not a whole lot of ducks out there, I don't think. That would be a pretty difficult way to put food on the table, I would think. Now who knows, maybe later in the afternoon things will change, but there's just not that many ducks out there, as near as I can tell. These pelicans are cool. Alrighty guys, so we kind of made it out here to one of the far-reaching points as far as my hiking goes, and I can see that hunter right out there. Looks like he caught something. He's out on his boat bringing in his catch, his kill, I guess, for lack of a better term. So I always come out here to this bench, hang out, and just kind of bird watch out here. So there's another hunter out along this way, out with a two-stroke engine on a boat. And he was hunting from that region, that area. Pretty cool. Not many ducks out here though, that's for sure. Alrighty, so let's try this again. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I apologize for the microphone noise. I gotta press against the foam of my microphone. And I hope you guys can see that. I hope. There's a hunter out there in a boat with a dog, and he was in that little outhouse, and he's now pulling in his decoys, which I thought were actually live ducks, but they're not. They're decoys, and I think he's finishing up. He bagged his kill, or maybe he didn't, I couldn't tell, but he's wrapping up here today, I think. Hopefully you guys can see that, and hopefully my microphone noise is not going to be too bad for you. Pretty cool. So there's some other hunters down this way. I think these are the two with the two-stroke engine on their boat. I apologize for the shaking. I'm trying to hold the camera and my binoculars at the same time. But they've been over here for at least 15 minutes or so. Alrighty guys, I think we're gonna wrap things up here. So we're looking here at the other way down on the far end of this trail. That trail is part of the Bay Trail, and it goes all the way down towards El Viso, Sunnyvale, and that area, San Jose, and eventually into Newark and Fremont. It goes all the way around the bay, and you're looking at here the vantage point from the end of Moffett Airfield. So, alrighty guys, so we're doing the hike back, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's the two hunters with the two-stroke engine on their boat. They're coming back this way. Not sure what they were doing, but I guess everybody's wrapping up here. So we're gonna wrap up here too. This is the hike back, and I wanted to film this. And there's a little section up here, and I want to show you guys that trail because somebody on a bike was asking me about this. And that section of trail takes you all the way to downtown Mountain View, Castro Street. So downtown Mountain View, Castro Street is a huge kind of shopping area, and they have a lot of restaurants and things like that. So all the here they go, all the ducks are flying off. They're very skittish, understandably so. Look at them all. Okay, they're all taking off now. Evacuate! Evacuate! So there are some ducks out here, for sure. So we'll continue the hike on back. Alrighty guys, so we're back here on our return hike, back at the bridge, and there's kind of a junction point here. So you can take this left trail on the left side of Stevens Creek, and it'll take you all the way to 101 where it'll dead end, and you got to come back. And it's actually a pretty fun ride. It takes you through some eucalyptus areas, and it kind of really narrows down into some dirt gravel, and that's one way you can go. So I bring that up because a fellow gravel trail cycling enthusiast was asking me when I was out here on my bike. I frequent these trails all the time on my gravel bike, and someone was asking me, hey, which one takes you all the way through to Castro Street? And I couldn't tell him. I didn't know the answer actually. But this is the trail you want to take, the right hand side of Stevens Creek, and this one will take you all the way past 237, past 101, and all the way to downtown Mountain View and Castro Street. So that's the way you want to go if that is your destination. So, all right, everybody, we've made it our way back here to the kite field and our parking lot back at Shoreline Amphitheater. I'm glad you guys could stick around for me on this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this trek as much as I've enjoyed filming it out to the duck hunting rifle range at Shoreline Amphitheater during duck hunting season. So the nice thing about this hike here is Costco is 5 minutes away. So I'm definitely going to go out there, grab myself a hot dog, and scarf down a slice of pepperoni pizza. I'll catch you all later on the next one, everyone.